Yo, what's up, guys? Good morning. Hope everyone is doing well today. Probably, I know the music's too loud. Before somebody yells at me, I'm going to turn it down. Give me 1 second. What's the volume like, guys? Is the volume too loud? Let me know. If it's too loud, I'll stop it. You know, that should be good though. Let me know how that is. What's the volume like, guys? Let me know if it's good, bad. What's up, Brett? What's up, Remington? What's up, Affiliate? Jeremy, Daniel, One, Ivan. Good morning, guys. You know what I'm bummed out about, guys? So I gave up milk in my coffee, right? Now I'm just drinking coffee straight black this morning. But the problem is now I gotta wait like 10 minutes for my coffee to cool down. And so it's like I'm too impatient for that, man. I just want to drink my coffee and I can't. I can pour water in it, but then that's going to dilute my coffee and I don't want that either. Ugh, man. First world problems, guys. It's good? Music's good? Not is the music good music. Like, is the music dope? Yes, it is, obviously, because I picked it out, right? But is the volume level good? I think that's probably right. You know? Alright. What's the market doing today? Honestly, I haven't even looked. I'm guessing we're slightly break even based off of what MU's doing. Ah, man, look at that. Look at that. I swear I didn't even look at the market today. Look how right I was, man. Slightly break even, just slightly under that previous closing price. We're technically red on the day now, but ever slightly, you know. This is the blue line right here is the previous closing price, so that is the neutral level. If we close exactly there, we would be exactly break even overnight. So we are slightly down. I'm gonna make it bigger so you guys can see it, but yeah, this blue line right here is the previous closing price, and so we are testing that now. We're pretty close to break even day so far. We'll see what happens, but that's our market right now. We can look at some gappers here too. Coconut milk. See, I'm not about coconuts, man. It's actually a funny story. Here's the story, right? When I was about 7 years old, my parents took me on a cruise ship, right? Or no, my mom took me on a cruise ship when I was 7 years old. And like, I thought I was a cool little kid, you know? I was going around drinking these virgin pina coladas, and I thought I was just the coolest kid ever because I had a fake drink, you know, because, you know, when you're a kid, you don't realize that everybody knows it's a fake drink. You think everybody's looking at you like you're drinking, right? And so I drank these virgin pina coladas as like a 7-year-old kid, and then the problem is that I get seasick, right? And so I got seasick on a cruise ship because like a really bad storm hit, and I got super sick and like threw up everywhere. threw up these virgin pina coladas everywhere, and I had that coconut taste in my mouth, and I've never liked coconut since then. And so I couldn't do coconut milk, you know. That's my story. Turn it up. Let's get turned up on that green. Yes, sir. What if you got $1 every time someone mentioned music or volume in the chat? I'd be rich, 100%. Realistically, I'd probably make about $30 a day, you know, but that's still okay. All right, but yeah, there's the market. We could look at what else is moving. Honestly, we've had penny stocks pop off lately. We got QEP here. Look at this one, gapping up from 72 cents roughly to $1.20. And we do got some news that dropped this morning. What's up, Gavin? What's up, Dan? Alright, so it looks like QEP was first quarter results that came out. So yeah, QEP put out adjusted income of 21 cents per share, which is up from 15 cents per share a year earlier, and beat the Capital IQ analyst consensus of 1 cent per share. Revenue for the quarter ended March 31st fell to $225.8 million from $280.6 million in the year earlier period, missing the street view of $261.1 million. And so this one had lower than expected revenue, but better. It had lower than expected and lower than last year revenue for QEP, but it did have better adjusted income per share. And so that's what's going on with QEP. I don't know why this one's up that much, because I mean, it's okay news, but it's not like amazing news. We also have SECO here. SECO gapping up from 261 all the way to 350 for SECO. Yeah, 100%, man. You know, red. It is what it is. Like, coconut's actually not bad for you, and like I can tolerate it in short doses, right? But like drinking it every day in my coffee is just not pleasant for me. You know, like coconut oil is good for a lot of different things, right? And I've used coconut oil, but I don't like it. You know, I don't like the smell, I don't like the taste, but I can force myself to eat almost anything. But, you know, I don't actually enjoy it, obviously. It's probably better that I drink my coffee slow anyway, because then it'll at least last. Yeah, the market opens up in 54 minutes, technically. 54 minutes. Opens up at 9:30 Eastern. It is 8:36 Eastern right now. What's up, Netron? What's up, dude? Hey, affiliate money, man. I just bought a website, man. I'm buying a blog, right? And I'm in the process. I'm in the escrow of buying this blog, right? And one of the blog's main topics is earning affiliate income, right? And so maybe you'll like it. I'll post the link once I'm actually finalized with the purchase and all that. But I'm actually buying a blog, you know. And I know people are going to say, oh, why are you doing that, you know. But it gets good organic Google traffic. Yeah, 100%. Alright, but yeah, we got SECO here gapping up. I'm not seeing any catalyst for this one. We have fourth quarter ADS, actually, that's down roughly 11 cents from 15 cents year over year. And sales were 293.04 million, which beat the 241.41 million estimate. So better than expected sales results for SECO, and that's why this one is up today. Again, it's better than expected sales results. We got a few other ones here. I don't really like these as much. I'm guessing oil is up with these petroleum stocks that are up. And aside from that, I mean, we don't really... I might watch Overstock.com. I've traded this one a bunch. It put out something that said its cash and cash equivalents totaled 141 million at the end of the first quarter, and they put out EPS of 40 cents in the first quarter, which was better than the 63-cent estimate. Sales of 351.573 million, which was better than the 332 million estimate. So, better than expected results for Overstock. Aside from that, I mean, we got Tesla here, man. Look at Tesla, guys. Tesla, the dragon, just ripping up today. It's up to over 800. It's gapping up about $61.48. Okay, 49 cents. 61.49 exactly. It's gapping up 61.49, and man, just a ridiculous gap up here, man. Tesla just popping right back off here. Let's go ahead and look at the catalyst behind this Tesla move, because this is a pretty substantial move here. Hey, shout out to my man Umez. Thank you for the sub, bro. Welcome, man. Appreciate it. Sorry if I mispronounced that, but thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Credit Suisse maintained Tesla filed a 10Q recently, showed the company intends to apply and sees being granted deferral for obligations related to employment targets at Gigafactory New York for 1 year. They also surprised Wall Street with a first quarter profit, is what it was. They put out a first quarter results late yesterday, it looks like. They had adjusted profits of $1.24 a share, marked the first time in Tesla's 16-year history that it has recorded 3 consecutive quarters of profitability. The result also defied industry analysts who on average expected an adjusted loss of 28 cents a share, and the closely tracked earnings metric excluded stock-based compensation, end quote, and that is from Dow Jones Newswire. So yeah, surprise profit in the, in the first quarter for Tesla, and it is gapping up. I'll certainly watch this one today, although it's extremely expensive. Although the range is huge, and so I could probably buy a share of this and still make money, honestly. And I might try to do that today, just as an experiment. Buying 1 share of Tesla, and I bet you I probably could. Good morning from Ireland. What's up, dude? Good morning from Texas, man. I'm in Texas right now. But good morning, man. Why is PayPal ripping? I don't know. It's not. It's down. PayPal's down in pre-market, man. I could look up why it ripped yesterday. I don't know why PayPal is ripping. Probably because everybody's home. My hunch here is that everybody's home, and so that consequently makes them use PayPal more often than they normally would, because all of their purchases are going to be more facilitated by PayPal because they're home, right? And so with that, more people are just buying stuff online using PayPal. You know, that's probably why they're up. But who knows? It's at 123 now. I might watch it as well. Six Flags. We can take a look at Six Flags here. If you all have anything specific you want me to take a look at, let me know. Like if y'all want to see anything, let me know. Alright, so Six Flags put out a first quarter loss, but they also put out revenue that was better than the analysts expected for Six Flags. So again, they put out a first quarter loss, but good revenue that was better than expected. Airline stocks are way down. I mean, they've been bouncing lately. Like right now, at least Delta is right at the previous closing price. We also have, what's another one? JTBL. What's a JetBlue? Same thing. UAL. Same thing. So yeah, I mean, they're right about break even, really. Kohl's? What's Kohl's' symbol, though? I don't know, Shane. I'm not gonna say yes or no. I really have no idea, man. It might go up, it might go down, dude. I'm more of a scalper. Hey, I appreciate the sub, Chris. Hey, guys, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We day trade live on stream every weekday morning for free. Hit that subscribe button. You know you want to. Hit the subscribe button. But yeah, as for what any specific stock is gonna do at the open, I have no idea. And I don't want to tell people the wrong answer. AAL's earnings are today. Yeah, we can take a look at like overall market news. Where are the southern people at? I'm southern, man. I'm in Texas, dude. Hertz is filing for bankruptcy. Man. Oh, yeah. Kohl's is KSS. That's right. I gotta turn this down in my headphones. Yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff's just break even. The market itself is break even. I don't see any even like market news that came out yet today, but the market itself is break even. What's up, Sean? What's up, dude? VIX rising. Yeah, I mean, the SPY broke under the previous closing price. Like people wonder how I can have good accuracy scalping, and the reason I can is because the market makes moves like this specifically, right? Like, look how well the market itself respects the previous closing price. Like, look at this. It hits that exact level. Like, it goes up to that previous closing price, and then it just gets rejected exactly off of that level. It has a lot of sway over the market. Oh, and we actually have, if you have Thinkorswim, we have a code that somebody gave us in our Discord that will automatically document the previous closing price on your charts automatically. Like, I have one. This is like an auto documented thing that it automatically puts it out there, this previous closing price. It's just a really good level that stocks follow really, really well, and usually has a lot of sway. One thing I like to do is that when a stock breaks under this level in like a really firm way, I like to short into these bounces up there, because a lot of the time this is what you're going to get. You're going to get a rejection right here at that previous closing price. And again, it could just be a really powerful level for traders to use. And so check out the previous closing price, team. What's up, Eunice? What's up, man? Turned down for what? That's right, man. That's how I feel. I'm more south than you. I'm in Texas. I'm from Louisiana originally, but I'm in Texas. I'm in South Texas, and so I don't know, man. Where are you, bro? You killed it in MU yesterday. Yeah, for sure. MU, thank you, man. But yeah, MU was one of those ones where I could just keep hitting over and over again yesterday. Dude, I love the memes. Do I think MU will rip again? I mean, mostly, I don't know. I think it depends on the market, but it's just up there so much already. You know, it's so extended up there that I don't necessarily trust it anymore to keep going up. We'll see. I mean, I'll wait for it. What's up, Wes? Oh, well, I'm way more south than you, affiliate. I'm at the bottom of the U.S., man. I'm at the very bottom. I'm in South Texas, you know. But again, I'm from Louisiana originally. I moved here about 10 years ago. Yeah, somebody said Hertz filed for bankruptcy. I don't know where Mitch is at. He'll be here. But South Carolina has the word South in it. Yeah, that's true, I guess. Don't judge me, man. I just spilled my coffee. You guys can't see it anyway. Alright, guys. But yeah, we'll see what happens with Hertz. I'm waiting to see what kind of news we have that comes out today. I can go ahead and read some news releases. Initial jobless claims in the week that ended April 25th were 3.84 million, and this is all quoting from MT Newswires, were 3.84 million, the Department of Labor said, versus consensus compiled by Econoday for 3.5 million. In the prior quarter weeks, revised 4.44 million, and continuing claims for the week of April 18th rose to 18 million, an all-time high for the series according to the department after the prior week increased to 15.8 million. And then I'll go ahead and read some more, and this is from MT Newswires here, and it says, quote, I'm going to go ahead and put the SPY up. You can see we're slightly down on the day. And it says, quote, U.S. stock futures were narrowly mixed Thursday with futures of tech-heavy NASDAQ index edging higher following upbeat quarterly earnings from the sector titans Facebook and Microsoft. Dow Jones Industrial average futures slipped 0.2%. S&P futures declined 0.3%, while NASDAQ futures inched up 0.2% as well. Oil prices rose, with global benchmark crude up 10.8% and U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude up 16% recently on early signs of recovering demand, with official data showing a less than expected rise in U.S. crude stockpiles. At 8:30 Eastern, data is expected to show new unemployment claims coming in at 3.5 million for the April 25 week versus 4.427 million in the previous week. And personal income, consumer spending, and the PCE price index are expected to fall roughly 1.1%, 4.5%, and 0.3% respectively for the month of March. Quarter one consensus for the employment cost index is at a 0.6% gain according to Econoday estimates as well. And at 9:45 a.m., which is in about an hour, or about 47 minutes. Or no, 57 minutes it looks like. The Business Barometer Index, based on the Institute for Supply Management in Chicago survey, is seen coming in at 37.9 for April against 47.8 in the previous months. And in equity, shares of Twitter were 5.3% higher as the microblogging platform's non-GAAP diluted net income per share of 11 cents was in line with analyst expectations, while revenue rose year over year. That is the market news. We'll see what happens when everything else kind of comes out here with some of this stuff. So yeah, U.S. jobless claims is going to slow down to 3.8 million. Expenditures decline for cars, health, and restaurants. That is the market news. We'll see what we get today. Should be an interesting day, like I always say. But yeah, that's it right now. We'll see what else comes out specifically with like commodities and stuff. But we can take a look at like what commodities are doing. The U.S. oil fund, for instance, is up, so I'm assuming oil is up. We can take a look at UWT if it even loads. SPY is coming back down though. It's at 291.30s. I was hoping we could break 300 eventually on the SPY itself, but not yet. We got natural gas is down slightly. Gold is down. So what I'm saying is oil up, natural gas down, gold down. But I might be a little off with that. It just depends. And the market itself, as we see, has broken and slightly red on the day. Not a crazy amount red, but it is red. What's up, Jason? What's up, man? What's up, dude? Long time no see, bro. Hope you're doing well, man. Are you Jason? Are you Contourus? Jason Contourus, man? Is that you, bro? Is that you, man? Might be a different Jason. We had a few Jasons. What I mean is you were Jason Contours in the Discord. Jason with the, you had the tanning salons, right? Yeah, man. Market is up. South Main. Yeah. For sure. Yeah, it should be an interesting day. We'll see what happens. Like, tech is what I'm watching. And when I say tech, I mean Facebook. AMD maybe, MU, Twitter. Ooh, man, what happened to Twitter, man? They said it was doing well this morning in that article, and now I look and Twitter's just crashed out. Let's see what happened here for Twitter. Twitter shares are not trading higher, man. What happened? It's like, oh, Twitter shares are up. No, they're not. They're down. Okay, listen to this. It says Twitter shares are trading higher after the company reported better than expected first quarter EPS and sales results. Update: the stock has reversed and is now trading lower. Obviously, man. Yeah, Twitter's down. Oh, what's up, Jason? Hey, I appreciate it, man. Hey, thank you, brother. Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Let's see that Millennium Falcon shirt. Oh, bro, I'll rock a Millennium Falcon shirt, you know. Don't judge me. You know. My daughter and I's thing is Star Wars. And so, like, I drag her to all the Star Wars movies. I force her to watch The Mandalorian with me. And, she says she likes it, but I think she just goes because she wants to hang out with me, you know. But I drag her to all the Star Wars movies. Hey, but I appreciate that, Jason. Thank you, man. Welcome back, bro. Looks like it's gonna be a down day. Yeah, I mean, at least we're down in pre-market. Like I said, did you look at the SPY itself? Previous closing price is this light blue line. So we'll see what we get. Should be a fun day. At the very least, like with me scalping lately, I just want to see some volatility. That's all I really care about is volatility at this point. We can go up, down. It doesn't matter to me on a short-term basis. You know, I just want to see us move. But we are getting some downward turns in the market. So what's going on here? You still shorting stocks? I'm mostly scalping, bro. So like you'll see me scalp. I'll go long and short. It just depends. Like a lot of the time I'm using V-WAP strategies, fades, bounces. You know, like I scalp low of the day moves, and you know, I do a lot of different stuff, honestly. I'll trade like fades and bounces off of the V-WAP, and then I'll trade low of the day break scalp sometimes on a short-term, very short-term basis because you can get faked out a lot. And then I'll trade previous closing price rejections, breakthroughs, weakness, trend changes, a few different things. Mitch mostly trades reversals at this point, but I stick with like V-WAP most of the time. V-WAP and like momentum. Alright. But yeah, the market's breaking down here. Now, somebody's talking about we have this level in the SPY. What's up, Paul? Yeah, and I think this level is probably the level we're going to bounce at, which is 290.50. It's the $0.50. So like if we bounce, I think we'll bounce right there. We're kind of free falling right now though with this market though. Look at this drop, guys. So we have been dropping and we got rejected off of that previous closing price. So that is a level. We'll see what happens, but that is a level 290 or 2. It looks like 290.50 is where we're going to see if we bounce. I think we'll probably bounce there, but who knows? I might be wrong. See if I can find some more market news. Alright, so Mnuchin, G7 finance ministers discuss strategies to accelerate economy activity once economies reopen in line with necessary health and safety measures. And that was a call that Treasury Secretary Mnuchin held with G7 counterparts today. It says S&P futures are down 0.5% ahead of weekly jobless claims figures. So yeah, jobless claims came out at 3.84 million versus the 3.5 million expected, so a little bit better than expected. I know tomorrow they're talking about like revamping everything and starting the economy back up. This video I watched said if everyone uses V-WAP, it makes it pretty much useless. Any thoughts? I mean, so the V-WAP is just a volume moving average, right? But what it tells you is it tells you the intraday trend and it tells you extension to a certain extent, right? Like I made a video like a year ago talking about how to really use the V-WAP and about how it's a self-fulfilling prophecy and about how the farther a stock moves away from the V-WAP, the more extended it actually is, because volume is not following it up some. Because like if volume was following the stock up some, the VWAP would move up with it, because the VWAP analyzes volume with it as well. And so if a stock is extended away from the VWAP, then that means there's less and less volume the farther and farther it gets away from the VWAP. And so I made a video about that a year ago, and since then I've seen a few people basically rip off my video, which is okay. Listen, it's good. It's a good understanding to have. One of them is Clay Trader, to be honest. He certainly did, but it's a good thing to have, and it's a good thing to understand. But with that said, if people understand really how to use it, it works fine. The real reason it works is because it's just a trend indicator. So like, stock above VWAP, upward trend. Stock below the VWAP, downward trend. And if the stock has low liquidity, you'll see the stock chop over and under. And so the real time to use the VWAP is specifically when stocks are maintaining a trend, right? Like a stock has to be maintaining a trend in order for the VWAP to be valuable. And as long as the stock is, regardless of whether people are trading off of it or not, it depends on what they're trading really. But as long as the stock is maintaining and respecting a specific trend, then the VWAP's valuable. Because again, like for instance, if you look at, like, let me find some examples here to show you what I mean. But okay, so yeah, for instance, let me clear these out. So on this day, MU was maintaining a really nice upward trend yesterday, right? And so with that in mind, you could jump into these VWAP bounces. Every time we get a pullback to the VWAP, you can anticipate that the stock is going to maintain that upward trend, and you can essentially dip by it close to the VWAP. If you can, as long as the stock is respecting a trend, that can be a very profitable strategy. But if the stock is not respecting a trend and the stock is just kind of going like this with a huge range, yeah, the VWAP's going to be useless, because it's just not the stock to be choppy like this. And so it kind of boils down to what most trading is, which is that if it's too choppy, you shouldn't trade it. But as long as the stock itself is specifically respecting a trend, then it's a lot easier to trade. You know, like days like this, like you don't want to trade the VWAP sideways days. Like look how sideways this day was. It stayed in a super tight range. You don't want to trade it then, because it's just chopping over and under the VWAP. It's not going to respect a trend, right? So if you see a stock just up, down, don't trade it. You know, wait for a break is what I usually do there. But in the end, it just boils down to, is the stock respecting a trend? And if it is, you can trade the VWAP, and if it's not, you should just not trade it. You know, and unfortunately, the last week or so with MU, we've had a lot of choppy sideways trends. But the key is just waiting for AMD. We had one like that today, but for instance, the day before that, AMD was really respecting this nice downward trend here. And so when you get a nice downward trend, stock pulls back to the VWAP, you can short into it in anticipation that the stock's going to respect that trend that it's already in, the downward trend, and continue. And you can effectively short into it right here, right? You can effectively just short into that because you can anticipate that it's going to respect the downward trend that it's in and reject off of the VWAP. But again, it's all preference, I guess. And like I said, I'm not claiming to be an expert or anything like that, but that is how I trade it. One thing you got to look for is you can look for trend confirmations to help your trades, or you can just look for volume. If the volume's high, you're usually going to have a much better time trading the VWAP than if the volume's super light or the range is really narrow and there's just not much, you know, big range movement. But again, here's another day. Respected an upward trend, and what do you get? Every time it pulls back to the VWAP, you can effectively long off of these dip buys because the stock's respecting this upward trend. And so that's what it really boils down to. Whether people trade the VWAP or not, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so whatever they say, ignore what they said, you know, because again, it boils down to, the VWAP is just a moving average with volume taken into consideration. That's all it is, right? But it tells you the trend, and you can see it tells you the trend. Like if you look at stocks and you look at where the VWAP is, you can tell it tells you, you know, you can just understand it maintains trends. Like for instance, this stock up here, This stock was kind of choppy at the beginning of the open. You know, it's kind of choppy, didn't really respect any trend, had a neutral trend, and then eventually AMD broke into a downward trend, and it respected that downward trend the rest of the day, you know. And you can see the downward trend there, right? And so with that in mind, a way to trade the VWAP is just to short into these pops. You can short into these pops here. You know, you can probably short into this one. It just depends on how risky you want to get. And you could also trade it on the other side, though. You can trade it on the long side by analyzing when the stock has moved too far away from the VWAP, because what that tells you is that volume has not followed it down as much as it should, because the more the stock is extended away from the VWAP, the less volume has been following it there, right? And so you could take it on the other side as well and trade reversals with that in mind, understanding that the VWAP is tracking volume as well. And so that's how you trade it. Yeah, no worries, Meryl. No worries, bro. What's up, super cool, man? But yeah, the VWAP, like if you go to studies in Thinkorswim and you look at where the VWAP is, if you try to find the VWAP in Thinkorswim, it's under trend studies, because it's an intraday trend indicator is what it is. You're not supposed to use it on a longer term basis because it's an intraday trend indicator is what it is. But yeah, with all that said, it doesn't matter how many people are trading it. Honestly, the more people that are trading it, the better, as long as they're trading the same strategies you are. Because the more people that are trading your strategies, the more momentum those strategies are going to have, right? Like if everybody's shorting a stock at a specific level, the more momentum it's going to have to drop, right? And if everybody buys the stock at a specific level, like on a dip to the VWAP, the more momentum it's going to have in your direction because more people are buying it there. It gives your stock more momentum, you know. And that's all trading is. It's really human psychology. Hey, look at the level, guys. Remember, I talked about this level. Look at this. Look at that bounce. That's good support and resistance right there. Look at that. Yo, what's up, Mitch? But yeah, look at this level right here, team. Look at that. You saw me if you've been here for the last 15 minutes, you saw me document this level. And look at where we got the bounce. So I was pretty spot on with that level. Not too shabby. Somebody in the chat kind of mentioned something. They didn't actually talk about the specific level though. They just said previous days resistance or support. But if they were talking about that, good job, guys, because that is a solid level. It was the pre-market high from yesterday. It was also the low of yesterday, which converged all around the same level, giving it a lot of confirmation. Yo, what's up, man? Here, let me get the volume up.
What's up, man? There you go, guys. You guys see my my stock of the day.
Stock of the day? Which one?
It's gonna be oil reversing today.
Let me know how the volume is, guys.
Down, man. Oil is going back down. We'll be looking for the oil to go back down, and I'll be looking for DRIP, which is an inverse ETF, to go up. Huge bottom at 670s. Could see a quick dip, maybe right at the open, red to green to 650. But I think in the end, you're going to see this stock DRIP probably at the end of the day up there 750s, 775s. I think what you're gonna see is a big pullback in oil from a bunch of stocks like Gush, which is an ETF, but on the upside. MRO, I really liked to get shorted today also. Huge resistance up here at 680s. It tried to get up there at 650s, hold 650s, but it's definitely cracking down there through the 620s. So oil definitely is going to be dropping down. We'll be looking for these levels to hold.
Yeah.
Another thing is the tank. The tankers are going to arrive, and once the tankers arrive, that will go with the oil also. The tankers will deliver the tank, man.
Tankers bringing in the tank?
Tankers bringing in the tank. Everyone started getting a little like kind of bullish, you know, back then when they were down at $4. But what you don't understand is smart money, I think, already sold their position. They knew they were going to get like a $2, $3 pop, and that they had maybe downside risk of 50 cents. So they went, loaded up the house, put millions and millions of shares into a lot of the oil stocks, popped them up, sold into that pop, and I think that pop's done. Every pop I have ever seen in oil has been sold. I can talk about one that was big, was the remember the Saudi and kind of Trump fighting, and we thought we were going to war, and that I think it was with Israel that popped the oil market.
Sorry, I'm talking to this guy. He said, how much do you make a day? Tell the truth. And I said, we trade live every day on YouTube. It's documented. You can look at our P&L at the end of every day, bro. Sorry, Mitch, what were you saying, bro?
I'm not stressing it. I'm worried about trades. So MRO here. So last time we got a spike in oil was big due to war talks and potential war talks, and that's what spiked it up. I don't know if you remember back at this spike where the MRO went to 24. Yeah, it pushed up a little bit for a couple weeks, but right after that, boom, came right back down and continued on the downtrend that it's in.
What's up, Casey? We got Casey in here, man. What's up, Casey? Hey, y'all go check out Casey's channel. I see you dropping those options videos, Casey. Y'all go check out Casey's channel, man. He's been dropping some cool option videos. If I could post the link, I will. It stopped letting me go to people's channels. But y'all go check out my man Casey's channel. I'll post the link, Casey. I got you. I'll post it in a second. Oh my gosh, man. Bye-bye, Adam. Yeah, never listen to people like Adam in here, which usually it goes like this, right? It goes, I never thought you could make money in the stock market until I met Mr. Harris. He has kindly helped me earn $6,532.21 in 2 days using his kind trading strategies. To follow him, kindly go to this email, blah, 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 right? 100% a scam. They pay bots to post these fake messages. Never listen to anything like that. Like, if you see that in the comment section of a video, do not email that guy. That guy will steal your money. That guy will steal your money and you'll never hear from him again. All of them. Like, that's how they rip people off. Just a public service announcement. Never listen to those guys. Also CHK. CHK's down. Chesapeake oil company, right? Energy company, right? Yeah, sorry guys. As a YouTuber, I see those things like they like spam our comment section, man. Like we get a million comments every video we post. They talk to themselves. They say that, and then they have about 9 bots that immediately reply to it. Like, oh, I know about him. He helped me make thousands of dollars. Oh, me too. Mr. Harris, great. You know, they just spam our comment section, man. So sorry for the rant, but that's what we get. All right, team. Yeah, Chesapeake's down. We do have this, which is more recent, guys. Go ahead and read this for the overall market. But it says, quote, this is from MT Newswires. It says, quote, U.S. stocks were set for a narrowly mixed open Thursday with futures of tech-heavy NASDAQ index edging higher following upbeat quarterly earnings from sector titans Facebook and Microsoft. Dow Jones Industrial Average futures slipped 0.6%, S&P futures were down 0.5%, while NASDAQ futures were up 0.1%, and oil prices rose, with global benchmark crude up 12%, and U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude up 16% recently, on early signs of recovering demand, with official data showing a less than expected rise in U.S. crude stockpiles. Data released at 8:30 a.m. showed new unemployment claims of 3.839 million for the week of April 25th versus 3.5 million expected and 4.427 million in the previous week. And so we do have lower claims this week. Personal income, consumer spending, and PCE price index fell 2%, 7.5%, and 0.3% respectively versus expected decline of 1.1%, 4.5%, and 0.3% for the month of March. First quarter employment cost index came in at 0.8% gain against the 0.6% uptick expected according to Econoday, and at 9:45 a.m. the Business Barometer Index expected the Institute for Supply Management Chicago survey is seen coming in at 37.9 for April against a 47.8 in the previous month. In equity, shares of Twitter were 5.4% lower pre-market as the microblogging platform's non-GAAP. Here, we can look at Twitter here. But yeah, the microblogging platform's non-GAAP diluted net income per share declined year over year to, man, what happened? To 11 cents per share. Alright, and just to show you U.S. pre-market indicators, and this is all quoting from MT Newswires. Dow Jones is down 0.6%, the S&P futures are down 0.5%, NASDAQ 100 futures are up 0.1%, and that's about it. Let me see if I can find anything else today.
I got a couple of them.
Okay, go ahead.
You're gonna watch maybe these big rippers. Zoom getting destroyed today. Big reason for Zoom. They lied. Stock lies. This is what happens to it. They lied about their active users. And some people might even get to the point where they think it was kind of manipulation. They haven't really gotten to that level. But I'm pretty sure you're going to see some kind of investigation in Zoom. They put out knowledge saying that they had a certain amount of active users, which wasn't really true. Those users were actually being counted as what they call meeting users. And John and I know we use Zoom on an everyday basis. John, we could have 30 meetings in one day, and counting 30 meetings and then counting, let's say, 90 people in those meetings, and it was only 3 people, that wouldn't be correct. That wouldn't be an active user. Active users can only be counted once. This is the big thing that hit Zoom, and you're gonna see it get hit. I think this is gonna come back, maybe probably towards the 120s. It might not happen today because it's already gotten hit so much. I mean, it dropped significantly. It gapped down from 156 all the way down to like the 148 area, and then just kept getting drilled yesterday. And then pre-market, it's been getting destroyed. So you could see a bounce back, but I think eventually you'll see this one right back to that 120 area. With this one, Teladoc, DOC also getting hit, and you can see these kind of rockets. This one released earnings. They weren't the best earnings, but they weren't bad earnings either. They were just pretty decent, and you're seeing the turnaround from that 200 pricing. I would look for this stock actually. This one didn't get bad news like Zoom, so maybe look for this one to come back up to that 190 area before it completely turns away. I don't really think about this one as a bearish stock because we still have big healthcare concerns, and these people are providing a great service right now. So I would look for maybe in another attempt to rip through 190s in a couple days, and then you'll see a big washout in this one. All right, guys, if we get those likes on up, I will release some other research that I've been doing. I've been doing a lot of research on stocks that are higher than 50% for the month, because at the end of the day, guys, we've had stocks that are actually, a majority of these stocks are over 140% really for the month. And to me, that's the kind of overextension that I look to see when I'm trying to go ahead and go short on some of these stocks. There's one that I would not short, and two that I'm really looking to start capitalizing on. So let's go ahead and let's hit those likes up, and I'll go ahead and I'll give you guys that information. Another information out there today: Qualcomm surges on Q2 earnings beat. So you can see Qualcomm, that's QCOM. You can see this one rip out today, leading the tech sec. What I would look for in this one is to actually lead and hold the tech sec. NVIDIA has been doing that for a couple days. I think QCOM is definitely going to take over that spot. You could watch NVIDIA still, but look for that QCOM to be a leader today. If you see this one ripping out through 84s, I think you could see a turnaround in stocks like MU, AMD. But if this doesn't hold up there, then you could possibly see this one come right back down and head towards 76 and 75s, and thus we get like kind of a downward turn day, but more consolidation in technology. There's really, I don't think, bears in the technology sector. It's mainly just people trying to buy pullbacks, trying to get value, then sell it, and then trying to get back in, stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, guys, got those likes up to 70. We need a little bit more so I can give that information out right quick. Also running through some stocks. I know you probably went over that CAPR. That stock. Oh, there you go. I'm giving out too much already. All right, guys. So CAPR, big news for that one, guys. It's gonna go along with Gilead and INO. INO, you guys know that's kind of a COVID stock, and if you look at CAPR, it rocketed today. We're gonna pull up the chart now. All right, there's a link for the CAPR news there. It's up a big whopping 69% surge in volume as new data on the lead candidate of an off-shelf cardiac cell therapy is helping COVID patients. So good news on kind of a COVID stock. And it ran, man. I mean, at the end of the day, this thing got all the way up almost 11 and pulling back significant amount. If you look at the hourly, we're really finding some kind of bottoming here at 7, but I think it might wash through there, try to collect some buyers that are trying to scoop up the 7s, and then head towards the 650, 630 area before it scoops back on up and gets up there to the 850s. This one's going to be interesting. We have a whole bunch of these. INO making moves also. MBOT, you can look at that one in the healthcare sector to get hot again. You also had Gilead, and a lot of people are watching that one to be the savior for us. So watch this one lead today. I think this one will give you a kind of indication on where we're going with the SPY. The SPY definitely hitting some resistance, looking like we had some selling this morning. We're going to see if this one's going to hold resistance or if it's going to continue breaking out. I think if you see Gilead continue breaking out, it's going to give that positive sentiment for the overall market to bounce back. But just keep an eye on it, and you guys can go ahead and see what happens there.
Man, my neighbor decided to cut their grass right now, guys. Yeah, great.
Yeah, I love those guys. Another one breaking out, guys, and this one we actually talked about that it could be on a potential breakout, and that was Microsoft, and that was back then in kind of the worries. And the reason why Microsoft is doing so great is because of cloud technology. Cloud technology is really leading the tech sec, and that's why you've seen certain stocks rip up. These stocks definitely are going to continue leading the tech sec. 5G is also big, but you can keep an eye on it.
All right, guys, we got less than a minute. Let's do this team. AMD bounced back pretty close. It's at 53.40s now.
All right, guys, about to get to the open here. Looks like we might miss out on those stocks, but let's go ahead and get to the open here. Focus in. I'll at least give you a one of them since we got close enough. AMC, one of my top short watches today, guys. Wanted to short this one through $5. It's already made a move down to $4.50. But if you look at this one on a daily chart and weekly chart, you're going to see that this one's made a massive move up. The down point in the March to the up point now was a move up $3.92, which is actually a 200% move up. I do not think this one's going to be lasting in the long run, and this was just one of those on my list.
All right, guys, there's the bell. Getting some big moves. Let's see what we get. We'll be watching Twitter today. It's pretty volatile. It had some numbers that came out for it. So I'll probably be keeping an eye on Twitter.
All right, guys, I'm short here right out the gates here in AMC. I'm going to try to get a quick knockdown, and then we'll take quick profits, hold to a quick stop here.
You got to put your window up.
I got you. I don't take too many of these, but I have a significant amount of confidence in this trade, so I can let it work, start, and then keep it tight at the beginning. If I need to get back into it, I can always get back into it.
Market's dropping. SPY down to 291s.
There you go, guys. That's what I wanted to see. It's looking good right now.
Yeah, SPY broke low of the day.
All right, gonna take some off here at 75s. Boom, just took some off there, guys. I'm killing this trade. Let's go ahead and look for a bounce to add. If not, let it keep going down. We're nailing it right here out the open.
SPY ripping down to 290.50. That 290.50 was the big level that I talked about, so we'll see what happens here. It should be an interesting level if it bounces or rips through.
Just took a little bit off there. Trying to let this break through the 50s. If it goes through the 50s, it'll keep going down.
Yeah, good trade, bro.
This is the one I wanted to give you guys. There you go, down to 55s. All right, we're gonna take another 50 off there, guys. Make sure we pay ourselves. Now we're up $45 on the trade. 50 shares left at 491s. Let this try to break the low, which is right here, 446. If not, take the rest of it off for myself. All right, seeing it hold there. Going to give it one more second here as it's deciding if it's going to bounce up. All right, anything above 65 is going to get me out of this stock here. 64s. 66 showing up for a second here. All right, I'm going to take the rest of it off there, guys. $54 on that first trade, right out the gates, 200 shares. Not a bad trade at all.
Yeah, good work, bro.
Just kind of expected a little bit of a quick down move, guys, so that's why I went with it. I mean, this is where I wanted to get short before, so I didn't kind of shy away from it. Put a quick stop there at 505s, which was the high of the day in pre-market that was holding, and was able to nail it there. Yeah, AMC, the theater company.
I live in the desert. What is cutting the grass? Yeah, I'm in Texas, man. You know, I think everybody's so bored at home that they don't know what to do, and so they've been cutting the grass a lot. You know?
This one might head through the 450s if it comes back to V-WAP. I'll actually let it try to break through 5 first, and then I'd look to short it, just because you could get a little momentum spike.
Alright, so the SPY broke underneath that level, that 290.50 level, and it's kind of testing it now. So we'll see what happens when that bounces up or breaks below.
I like this W and W for a short. $26 bounce though, so I'm gonna stay away from that one. It's a big bounce there that could happen. Too big of a bounce for me to try to attack there. This was my other one, guys, W and W.
Weight Watchers.
Yeah, it's a crazy amount from the March lows. The problem with this one right now is the bounce could be to 26 and the spread is about 10 cents.
Yeah, I think everybody's home, so they're going to be ordering more Weight Watchers and stuff like that. I know I've been eating more since I've been home, for sure.
Yeah, my thing was, I don't know if it was worth from $12 up to 28. That's a big move. You know what I mean? It's just kept going up, hasn't looked back one day. Those are the kind of stocks that I like, especially for immediate down looks right out the gate.
For sure.
Look at that AMC down now to the 460s. I could try to scalp it through the 450s, but that's not my look anymore, guys. We'll just leave it alone. Look for a V-WAP bounce, V-WAP fade later on in the day.
Yeah, you guys can see I took a little trade on MU here, but I'm trying to be patient and see if we get a firmer breakdown that I can take advantage of. I'll take a little bit more off if we get to the whole dollar. Protect myself. There we are. There's the whole dollar. All right, I took another half off. I'm gonna let the rest of this test this low down here. See if we can break under 49. Looks like we broke it for a split second, but a lot of time that whole dollar is pretty big resistance. Here's the test. There's 99s, 98s, 97s. Too much support there. I'm gonna get out. Up 25 on the day, small. We'll see what we get.
right, guys. What are we seeing? Drip now there to 750s. It's the exact move I thought it was gonna happen out the gates, guys. A little red move right out the gates, drop to 680s, boom, straight up to that 750. And what happened to MRO? Straight out the gates, straight down. Gush, straight down. The tankers, man. The tankers tanking. I had that feeling, bro. Too many people forgot about the Saudi tankers that were heading this direction with millions and millions and millions of oil to flood the market. And they were actually produced before the OPEC cuts. So you can't stop that oil. It's already been produced.
Sorry guys, I'm in Uber. About break even right now. I'm gonna try to take some off as soon as I can here on Uber. I was writing down that weakness, but I'm not really super confident in it anymore. I don't like this big uplift that we got, but I could still hold it and try to ride this down some. Try to keep this one and done. Not really loving this movement. It's battling this too much. I feel like it's gonna bounce. I'm gonna get out there, keep it almost break even, and there's the bounce. So I just didn't like that. Just felt that short-term momentum.
All right, guys, we'll be looking for a big fade in Carnival. Big fade in Carnival has to come up to 1620s. Risk would be 1640s. All right, traders, I can tell you right now, I have not seen this in multiple weeks. Every single index is red. Just to give you guys a heads up. The one that's red the most from the open is technology because it was leading this morning. Look for maybe some text to pull back, but really, I like the cyclicals. Carnival, those stocks that you saw rising yesterday, those airlines, those look like they're down today and look like they're getting hit hard.
So I'm back in Uber here. I'm in just 200 shares. I'm looking for this 26 level to hold. But it's such a small position, I'll be alright regardless. I'm just getting my feet wet early this morning, anticipating maybe the market rejecting where we're at now. Hate that, but we're getting a test here. 6.
Also look for a fade in Royal Caribbean.
I'm gonna just get out here, about break even on the day. Maybe I could have held for this level here, right here at 32, but you know, there's the squeeze up, big squeeze up. Glad I avoided that for the most part. Next one I'm gonna look at is AMD. It's kind of channeling these lows. We'll see if we get a big break underneath here. Looking at it right here for this break. AMD or MU's looking super weak. Eating more, working out less, that's the winning combo, yes sir. Hey, remember guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, I mean. We should have broke 21,000 today, I think. We probably already did, I'm guessing.
Yeah, we already did.
Nice, yeah, there we go. 21,000. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't.
Alright guys, this is the look that I'm seeing for this CCL. Trying to set it up for you guys, show you what I would risk, what I would take. I'd risk up here probably to the 1640 area. I'm trying to get in somewhere near that V-WAP. Another one that you can see coming really back down, guys, the financial services, guys. JPM, look for C to struggle. The reason why is these have been going up for a couple days. So if they're going to lead the downside turn, they should show strong momentum turns.
I got squeezed out of AMD there. Card breaking up. Yeah, I heard HTZ went filed for bankruptcy.
Yeah, they're and cars struggling too. The cruise lines are getting to the V-WAPs, guys. NCLH, RCL, and CCL is on the way. Looks like leader is NCLH, followed by RCL. The lagger would be CCL, at least from my pairs analysis. LUV at the V-WAP also looks like the airlines are getting to V-WAPs. You can look for fades in there, or to see if they're going to squeeze above those levels.
Uber ripping up, so it looks like I got out the right time. We'll see if it pushes up and breaks highs there.
The one thing,
Go ahead.
One thing I would really recommend, guys, for low price stocks, especially like these kind of like Carnival or even NCLH, which is low price, but so many investors in it, be careful with the volumes. What you really want to see is something past even 2,000 shares. 1,000 shares is not going to move it too much because the amount of volume is going through it. Yeah, quick rejection there off the VWAPs there for NCLH, RCL. CCL never got there. I was kind of hoping that one would. But LUV also, VWAP fades. Looks like the fades are in play today. Noah, if you're having problems with your broker, just always call them. If for any reason you ever see that you really need out, just give them a call. I'm sure that they'll figure some way out to get you out. Trying to see if NVIDIA is going to spike here. AMC back up there. What did it? It tried that $5.
Looking at AMD and MU. I'm waiting for maybe MU to break lows or AMD to get out of this chop.
All right, guys, we'll look for AMC to come back above 5, reject from 505, then come back down. That's what I'm going to be looking for in AMC. CCL, looking for it to come to V-WAP, and then I'll short into that. Trying to get CCL to that V-WAP, but it's holding right below it. Gush with a fade. That looked good.
Yeah, I caught a little bit of MU here. Riding it down some now, scaling out. I'm gonna get out the rest there. Up about 60 on the day. Let me make sure I'm out. Yeah, I gotta go to the restroom, guys, so I'll be right back. But up about 60 on the day. I'll be back.
All right, guys, we'll look for a pullback and drip to $7. $7 would be my buy point. One thing with oil ETFs that I've learned is that they like to go down to resistance and supports. That middle hold doesn't happen too often, I've seen, at least in my eyes, for these ETFs that do oil. Order out right now for 100 shares at $6.95, just in case we get a big dip and drip. I'll go ahead and I'll add into that. Which line is the V-WAP? For me, it would be this yellow line. For John, I believe he has a purple line, but I can take a look. For me, it would be this yellow line, guys. The blue line, the dark blue line you guys see there is the 50. The light blue line is the 9. Trying to get this quick dip here, get into it on the long side. I think tanker stocks have already gone up, but you can keep an eye on them. Looking for one more quick dip here before V-WAP bounces. I got one more attempt for AMC to break out through the 5. Looks like drip is finding a bottom there at 705s. I don't want to just jump in right here. I'm going to try to be patient. If it's not 7, I won't take it. Starting to look at AMC. Here, I'll put AMC to the left so you guys can see AMC also. It's one of my red stocks. So I want to see this push up, get some volume to fill here, and then fail to get above this 505. Then when it comes back down, we can get short like on the 490s, risk right off that 5. Starting to get this drip drop. Let's see if we can get right underneath 7. I'm looking for 695 entry. Risk would be immediately this kind of bottom right here, which is 681.
All right, I'm back.
CCCL, get into that V-WAP for me. Might take that one too. Let it tick above, slightly above V-WAP 615s. I could get in. Risk would have to be the 640, so I might wait for the 620s to risk 20 cents off that level. All right, guys, might get in here on this drip. Also watching AMC.
Yeah, I just got in a little trade on AMD. I'm trying to catch it up for the high of the day break and get out if it breaks down. All right, quick drop. Get out there. Choppy. I guess that's what I get for trying to trade a choppy stock. That's alright, I lost like 20 bucks.
Right, looking at CCL. Looks like it's gonna get that push up to 1620s. That's where I really like it. Looking for a quick dip in this drip so I can get in here.
Catching Uber on this breakout.
Trying to get filled here in drip. And also CCL rejected those 24s. I like that. Trying to get 20 in that one.
I ended up getting out of Uber, made a little bit of money, up 50 bucks on the day, kind of grinding it back up.
Trying to get into this drip. All right, got into CCL there. Risk is the 40s. Short there, guys, on the 20. This is the risk right here, guys. All right there, guys. I was able to get in there. Long on drip. 81s would get me out. Or 80s.
I called a Bank of America or Boeing for a scalp over the previous closing price. I'm up 64 on the day. Market's starting to reverse. The SPY just broke over the V-WAP, so it's basically trying to change trends. If you guys remember what I talked about earlier, and it's pushing closer to the previous high of the day, which is that opening range high of the first candle at 291.75. We're at 291.40 on the SPY, and so we'll see if the SPY squeezes up and breaks 291.75 for the highs of the day, and that should cause some bullish sentiment in the market for us to take advantage of.
Alright guys, I got stopped out of my CCL. Way too tight with that stop. Maybe should have put it 1 more cent up. But hey, $20 loss, controlled loss. Let's go ahead and take that. We're okay. Actually like CCL now that it rejected from that 40s, but I'll wait for it to get back below V-WAP. Alright guys, just added a little bit more here in drip. Alright, now that we're in the 7s, I want to see this pop above 7 first.
Hey, I appreciate the sub, Julian. Welcome, man. Appreciate the sub, bro. Welcome, dude.
Alright, AMC rejected from those 505s there. That looks good. Now we need to see it break down below the 490s.
I just scalped AMD. Kind of scaling out of it now. Go ahead and get the rest out there. Up 111 on the day. Caught the breakout at that triple top on AMD.
Good work.
Thanks, man. And remember, guys, it boils down to what I talked about earlier, which is that the previous high of the day of the SPY was at that 291.75 level. And so when did I catch this breakout on AMD? I caught it when the SPY pushed up and broke that 291.75 and broke out up to 292. Even though that was a small breakout, it was still enough momentum. And then when I have setups that I really like that I can prepare for in advance, I'll take a little bit larger size, which is what I did there with AMD. But again, if we look at the SPY, this is what I'm talking about, which is this breakout up here, this momentum right here. You see this candle? That momentum breakout up there. Yeah, well, Mike, I'm scalping now, brother. And so when I scalp, it's a lot harder to give people notifications when I scalp. It's not that I don't want to. It's that you gotta, like Mitch has talked about earlier, like when you scalp, you gotta be kind of laser focused. And like I have to be very focused. Like a lot of the time I'll actually hurt my trade because I try to switch over the screen so you guys can see it. Like dynamic, right? Like a lot of time I'll be up in the trade, and then as soon as I'm like, okay, well, like let me make sure they can see this, and I switch over and I look back and I'm immediately down. And that happens. And so it's one of those things, man. You guys, like, listen, you guys don't want my alerts with scalps anyway, because unless it's like a big trade like that, it's going to be very hard for me to give you an alert for it anyway, you know. And like I said, I'll do my best, but these type of trades are a little bit different. And I still even kind of called out that when I told you guys what I was looking for in the SPY. I just didn't have time. It happened so fast, and within one candle it ripped up there, that I didn't have the, you know, as much time to actually tell you guys. So I apologize in advance, but I mean, I'm scalping, guys. I gotta focus on my money when I do that, and sometimes I just don't have time. I know, but I know a lot of people come here to see it anyway, so I'll do my best to try to show you guys everything. But I still kind of showed you guys that one. Like I said, I talked about the breakout level in the SPY, which is essentially what I was trading off of. Even though I was trading AMD, it was still the same SPY breakout. Now I'm looking at a fake out fade on MU, especially with that weakness on the SPY. I might short into MU depending on if we get a pop. I'm going to short into MU here, and then I'm going to give myself a very tight risk. I'm in with 200 shares. So there you go.
Alright guys, I added there at 699. Now we're up there to 705s. Willing to add if it goes right back below 690s or below 7. But gonna let this work from here on. This looks good for us.
I'm gonna get out of MU if it breaks over 80 or so. I'm gonna take half off there. Holding it's a small position, holding 100 shares.
Alright guys, gonna look to take half off at 715. At 715, might short into AMC too, guys. Just want to put that out there. I see double highs there at 509 holding.
I'm gonna get out here at 69, up 122 on the day. That last one was very tight, but up a little bit over 120 bucks.
Welcome, Gregory. Welcome.
Hey.
Welcome to the fam, man.
My man, Gregory. Appreciate becoming a member, bro. Welcome, dude.
Yeah, welcome to the fam.
Yeah, man. Welcome, brother. Hey, like I said, guys, it's a great way to help support us. We definitely appreciate it. And like I said, if any of our members have anything specific they want us to kind of go over, let us know. You know, we'll do our best to accommodate them. But hey, I appreciate that. Appreciate the support, bro. Like I said, we're just a free resource and community here, and so we definitely appreciate any support we can get from people becoming members. Like I said, it's not going to be a ton of like premium content. It's more so just a way to help support our channel here, and there's some behind the scenes stuff, but we definitely appreciate it, Gregory. Thank you, man. Buy MU? No, I don't want to buy MU. I don't know. The market's breaking out here. Look at the market breakout, guys. Big market breakout. Huge candle up to 291.75. Same level I talked about, but that was a big candle up.
There you go, guys. Back up to 706. That looks good for us. Trying to find a bottom here. 693 is looking great.
Hang in there, Noah.
All right, looking good here, guys.
I want to short MU right here, but I don't know. I'm scared the SPY is going to pop up here. Hey, appreciate the becoming a member, Nick. Shout out to my man Nick for becoming a member as well, bro. Thank you, man. The nada, thank you, bro. It's nothing. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate it, bro. Welcome, dude. Welcome, guys. Welcome, team. Like I said, good way to help support our free content. It's $4.99. Definitely appreciate it, guys.
Alright guys, just want to put a setup out there for you guys. Fake out fade look in RCL.
Yeah, I jumped in MU short. I'm going to take profits very, very quickly here. I'm definitely not the most comfortable in this one. I appreciate the subs, team. I'm going to take some off there. Holding 100 shares left. Very small position on MU. Like I said, it's a short position. Ideally, I'd like to get out the rest at 48.50, which we might actually get. We're at 60 now. We just need another 10 cents. But yeah, I appreciate y'all becoming a member, guys. Really good way to help support us. Definitely appreciate it. You know, we're just a free resource and community here, so like we're not experts or gurus or anything like that. We do live stream every day, and so it feels good when we have actual people to support us, guys. So we definitely appreciate it.
Yep, like always, guys.
I got out the rest there. I'm up 130 on the day. Appreciate the sub, Lucy, as well. I can see the squeeze up coming, so I just decided to get out there and take my green trades.
It's looking good. Just gotta be patient here right now.
Market squeezing up, really testing that high that I talked about earlier. Just broke 291.75. It's testing the high of the day now and ripping up, guys. So we'll see what happens here. It's going to test the whole dollar of 292. I think is the most significant level now in the SPY. The whole dollar of 292. And we do kind of have a little bit of a double top there, so we'll see if it rejects or whether it holds up or down or what happens here for the SPY.
A downturn here in oil, just gotta be careful. Well, it's really an up move. That's what happens when you trade inverse.
I'm mostly looking at the SPY, Davian, and so it's usually it's not really anything specific. It's more so I look at the SPY and then I look at other stocks to see what stocks are following the SPY pretty closely on that specific day, and that might actually vary. So like some days MU is going to follow it really closely, and I can pairs trade the SPY or the S&P 500 and MU. And so other days it's just going to do the complete opposite. So it's dependent on that specific day what stocks I trade. Good win.
Gotta be careful here, guys.
MU broke that level.
Let's hold these 680s. If not, I have to get out immediately. I'm gonna take a bigger hit than I'm supposed to. Spread started changing up on me there. Dropped 3 or 4 cents. Oil going up there, so this should drop. You gotta be careful here, guys. It's about to pressure me. So you gotta be careful here, guys.
I'm in Boeing looking for a breakout on the upside with 50 shares. I think this is kind of a bigger position than I really want to take, so like my hand's over the cover button with Boeing. Out there, $15 loss, very small. Don't like it. I think it was a little bit too big of size, so when I feel uncomfortable, I'm just going to jump out and take a small loss.
Great tip.
Yeah, it's like if you feel uncomfortable, guys, then you're either trading with too big of sizing or your entry's wrong. And in that case, there's nothing wrong with getting out, taking a small loss until it turns into a big loss and kind of screws up your game. And so, you know, like Mitch said, a good tip is if you feel uncomfortable in the position, there's a reason why, and you're doing something wrong.
100%.
I mean, in this case, it would have worked out, and Boeing broke out just now. But in the end, I'd rather take a $15 loss and not risk. So I just jumped back in Boeing with 25 shares. I'm going to use the whole dollar as my risk here. See if I can catch a nice little breakout here on Boeing. Or break down. Got out. Still up $103. Ideally, what I should do here with Boeing is trade that previous closing price, which it's kind of pulling back to now. I should have probably waited for that. We're also getting a pullback on the SPY, which might drag some other stuff down here as well. And so, you know, all of that said, Boeing's one I haven't had good results with. I might just not trade that anymore. Catching a nice little breakdown on MU here. Effectively scaled out of all of it already. We got the rest break even there. Up 132, so got my money back. Oh, there we go. Now, let me know if that's better. I tried to fix the music. Sorry, I've been kind of muted. Big bounce on SPY. Back at the V-WAP. So, like we talked about this morning with the V-WAP kind of lesson that I did. Right now, the SPY is kind of in the stage of where it's trying to transition from a downward trend into an upward trend, but we're running into some consolidation above the V-WAP. So just to show you, like, this is the consolidation we're hitting right now. And so this is the high of the day up here, and so we can kind of wait to see if the SPY breaks this high, or if we get rejected back down to like this level, you know, this level right here. That's an interesting thing to watch. We're above the V-WAP now, and we have been for the last hour or so, but we'll see what we get with the actual market here. Alright, cool. Yeah, I just trying to make sure you guys can hear me. Yeah, AMD. AMD looks like a solid V-WAP bounce here, especially if I think the market's going to go up. I might take a longer term position here and take 200 shares of AMD at 53.77. Small position for the most part, and you know, I'll probably use a risk of like 65, keep it about 20 cents or $20 in risk, which is fine, easy risk. But yeah, I just jumped in 200 shares. Since this is a longer term trade and not necessarily a scalp, I can kind of call it out a little bit early. But again, if it hits 53.65, I'm just gonna jump out. I like 65. I might have to let it test that level actually though. SPY rejected. I don't like that much. Here's the test that I was talking about. I gotta be very strict with this. At 53.65. It's also the previous closing price. I'm going to get out there. I just don't like that. I'd rather play it safe. Still up 106 on the day, but the SPY is really breaking down here. As you guys can see, here is my P&L on the day. Scalping MU here. Here, I'll put this up so you can see it. I'm just watching the P&L level 2 now. 13s, nice. 14s. Let me just get out the rest there. Up 165 on the day.
All right, traders, like always, if you guys want to go ahead and check out the platform that John and I use on these streams, we use TradeNet. Definitely check it out. They're funded account packages that will let you trade as much as you want. No PDT rule you have to worry about. You're able to long, short stocks. You get cheap commissions. You get a chat room, and you also get some learning material. I can't stress this enough for the beginner trader. If you go ahead there and try to step up to the next level in trading, maybe you've done some paper trading and you really want to go ahead and go live, find someone that will support you like TradeNet, and definitely check it out, guys.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I posted the link in the chat. It's one of the easier ways to get started. Like a lot of times, probably the most common question I get in this stream and on my channel overall is, hey, I've got such and such under $500. I've got 400, 300, whatever. How can I get started day trading? In my opinion, I think TradeNet, like, as much hate as they get, right? Like, they get a lot of hate. Any platform really is going to get a lot of hate because trading's an emotional thing, right? People lose money because they take a bunch of dumb trades and then they blame everybody they can but themselves, right? Including me, including TradeNet and Tefs, including everybody else, right? They just cry about it and try to just desperately criticize, right? But the reality is there's no cheaper way to get started, right? Because the bundle at TradeNet is $3.99 for this sale, right? And once you're approved, you get $14K to trade with. There's no PDT rule. You can day trade in short stocks. You can withdraw your money once per month, and it comes with the course, a demo account, and access to their chat room. And so just to understand, though, technically this is an educational package. It's not my platform. I just post links for them. But once you're approved, you get to actively day trade with no PDT rule. You get to short stocks. Most new traders can't short because they need a margin account with over $2,000. And in the end, guys, what I really want you to get, like, to be fair, and this is the reality, right? Most new traders are going to lose. It doesn't matter if they go with Tefs, TradeNet, doesn't matter if they go with TD Ameritrade, doesn't matter if they go with E-Trade, doesn't matter where they go. If you're a new trader and you're trying to actively day trade, you're almost certainly going to lose. Okay, and so if you try to save up $25,000, you're probably just going to lose $25,000. It takes a long time to learn. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. And in my opinion, Tefs and TradeNet packages, they're educational packages that come with all that other stuff. that is the cheapest way to get started to where you're risking less as a new trader, right? To be fair, you're probably going to lose your TEFS account as well. It's just what happens. New traders lose, right? But it's a lot easier and less risky to lose $3.99 than it is to save up thousands of dollars and try to risk that as your first account. It just is, right? And in that regard, I think it makes a lot more sense. And like I said, people can hate, whatever. You know, a lot of times, again, they do it because they lose money, right? But the reality is, all new traders are going to lose money. There's an infinitesimally small percentage of people that actually make money as a brand new day trader. So small, ridiculously small. And if you think you're going to be in that percentage, sorry guys, buzzkill, you're probably not. You're probably going to lose money just like everybody else, and that's okay, because you kind of have to lose money in order to eventually build realistic rules for yourself. If you don't lose money, you're not going to have any risk management. You know, a lot of times traders get lucky, and that's the worst thing that can happen to a new trader. When the reality is, you have to lose. You have to feel that burn in your chest when you lose in order to be like, okay, now I have to build some better rules for myself so I don't feel this again. All right, so it doesn't hurt again, right? That's why you need to lose in the beginning, because you have to give yourself risk management rules. And if you don't, and you try to step up your account with a big day trading account with thousands of dollars, you're probably just going to lose. And like I said, I could try to say whatever I want, but I'm going to tell you guys the truth, which is that most new traders lose. It takes at least a year to actually learn how to do this successfully, and you'll probably lose money that entire time. And so in my opinion, the best thing to do is really just to look for cheaper options to get started as a new trader, to where you're risking less money and you can just effectively not stress too much about what you lose. Take a small account like TEFS or TradeNet, or really anywhere else that offers small accounts, and trade that way, right? Because if you try to trade a big account for your first account and risk thousands of dollars because, you know, whatever, your guru told you that you're gonna make all this money in the market, you're just gonna lose, right? And that's one of the reasons I have issues with penny stock gurus. But it all boils down to just risking less when you first get started, and I think TEFS and TradeNet is a good option to risk less. You're risking $400, you know, that is a very small sum in the trading world. And so, you know, I think in that regard, it makes a ton of sense. Is it the perfect platform? No. You know, there's not many penny stocks. You're not going to get to trade many penny stocks. If you're a penny stock trader, probably not the right platform for you. They don't have much about penny stocks in their course either. But, you know, mid and high caps, I can make it work with them. And so it's going to be subjective and vary on the person, but in my opinion, I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, guys, getting stopped out there. Definitely took too much risk there in drip. Just pushed way too far, way too hard in this. I think this is going to come back, but at the same time, I couldn't hold it anymore. Took a big hit there, really big hit. Shouldn't be taking hits bigger than 50, but pushed way too hard in this one. And we were actually up about $40 on this one. So definitely not the way you want to execute this trade. And that's how it goes. You know, sometimes we're not gonna be perfect. We did really good here at the open today, and kind of ruined it by pushing way too hard in this trade. Should have been cut over here at the 87s, 85s, and it happens. We're gonna make mistakes, and this is just one of them.
Yeah, it happens, bro, for sure. I took too much risk last week, man. Sounds like MU is my money-making machine today, though.
Keep an eye on it, though.
Up 236 today on MU. Market squeezed up, broke those highs here. Interesting. I don't know what else I would really like that I can play off of these highs. But remember, guys, this is the big range that I talked about, that range breakout in the SPY that I talked about. We'll see what else we can find there today, but I'm not seeing anything else really follow this up.
Was doing really well today, and I had the right dot in drip. I just chased it after AMC trade. I had the right dot at the gate, and then it did the move, and I just got the FOMO in it. So it happens.
Yeah, for sure. I jumped in AMD with another 100 shares. I don't mind. This is what I call a rebound bounce setup. We're going to try to do it again. I'm going to take 100 shares and give myself a little bit looser of a risk down here to under 53.60 down here. That's what I'm going to risk. It's going to be a lot easier trade and hopefully a little bit longer term trade. But man, as soon as I say that, we're getting a huge squeeze down, so I actually might get out pretty soon here. Monster rip down. I'm gonna get out. I don't like that how fast this thing's moving. Something's going on with AMD. Yeah, look at this rip down, guys. Wow. I mean, we could be from the market, but man, that was a big rip. A huge candle. Thing dropped 30 cents in one candle. That's still going on. And I might go short here. I just jumped in under the $50. 100 shares. I could play around with it. I honestly, I don't recommend this though. I don't recommend switching your bias after you lose in one direction. I think that's a really easy way to just lose a bunch of money. What you see me here though, guys, you see me taking very, very small sizing to do this. See if we get this breakdown and hold.
Healthcare turning around there, guys. Got a couple of them starting to look like they're gonna go green, but we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, I got out of that one for a $7 loss. AMD is just a little bit too volatile. Still up 140 on the day. But yeah, like I said, I don't necessarily recommend doing that. I think a lot of times new traders will do that to where they'll lose a trade and then they'll immediately go the other direction, right? And I think that's just an easy way to burn up money. Because a lot of the time you're gonna lose in both directions, like I just did. And so, you know, it is what it is. Not really my style, and AMD's being a little bit more choppy. I've been having much better success with MU today. And if you remember what I said earlier, guys, when I did the V-WAP lesson, the big thing with the V-WAP is how well a stock is maintaining a trend. And you look at the stock I did the best on today, which is MU, and you can just see how well this stock has been respecting a trend, right? So it's really easy to read levels. It's really easy to trade off of. And again, if we look at, I've made $236 from MU alone today because it's maintaining and respecting this trend like that. Stock like AMD, I'm slightly break even. But it boils down to how well stocks are maintaining trends, and MU today especially has been very, very good at that. And so that's the stocks I try to attack more, if that makes sense. And remember, guys, hit that like and subscribe button. We do this live for free every weekday morning right here on YouTube. And so show support, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. I got a bad problem with that. Yeah, it's a good rule to have. It's a good rule to have to where, you know, if you make that a rule, it'll be easier not to do it, and you just gotta kind of condition yourself not to do it. It's a very common thing where you just immediately take the other direction, and it's mostly due to impatience. It's mostly due to you're just too impatient to wait for more setups, and so as soon as you see one, you take it, and vice versa. And that's an issue, but you get better as that as you trade more and more.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm talking to myself here and mute.
Oh.
Taking a swing here in AMC, guys.
Catching a little bit on MU here. Trying to ride this down to see if we get a lower the day break. I just resumed. Oof, man, I was about to panic. Luckily, I got 2 different platforms, but...
CCL rejecting from 1650s there. Looks like it could crack down the VWAP and then just head down. So that one's interesting also. It's looking like it's doing that move right now. I increased here in AMC, so I'm not going to get in CCL, but that one does look like it's heading for a crack.
I just took a little bit off of that MU short that I just talked about, and we are getting that lower the day break that I was waiting for. I'm going to get out there. Up 172 on the day. So made a nice little win from it. Got that low.
Let's see if this could really crack down towards the low, guys.
Maybe I should have held a little bit on MU. It's alright. It's hard to tell how far these things are going to go down. Still made my money with it, but... just to show you guys.
There we go, getting hit now, 83s. 75s, we're going to take some off. All right, getting a little impatient here. I want to see a crack, but slowing down for sure. Trying to see one more momentum push. There's a lot of volume that came in here in the 83s and 86s that concerns me. I'm trying to see if it gets another leg down here, and then I'll take some off. It's a big bidder there at 83s. Hopefully it can blow through that bid.
Taking a little bit bigger risk here with the AMD. 1,000
Right,
shares.
The ticking time bomb went off for me. I didn't see the crack, so I took half of it off there.
Only 200 shares left. Like I said, took 1,000 of AMD. Here's another breakdown. I'm gonna take a little bit more off here. Hold the 100 shares. Let me get out the rest there. So 314 on the day. It's my third day this week where I've made over 200 bucks, I think. Not too shabby. I'll take that. Maybe I should have held some for that low of the day crack in AMD, but what I did was I saw MU break down, and I figure AMD is going to follow it, especially with how choppy it's been. So it worked out. Maybe I should have held a little bit more with AMD. It could have been a much larger winner, but made about 150 bucks from that one. Got my little 15 cents a share on that pop. Big breakdown in the market here.
All right, guys, I'm thinking about adding here if we can get a big crackdown, because this will go head down probably towards the 450s. But sitting good here. I just want to see it really get stacked. Yeah, SPY just flipped there really hard.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, here's my P&L, guys, if you guys want to see it. 275 on MU. Looks like about 150 on AMD. I'll take it. Maybe overtraded, but, you know, 300 plus day. Not too shabby. I'll take that any day, I guess.
Nice fade potential here, guys, in FLIR. Trying to see if the SPY is going to continue the direction.
Taking a little bit more on AMD with that 1,000 shares. Let's see if I can work my way up to this. I would love to. I'm going to take profits quick on that, though. Holding 200 left. And I'm going to get out the rest break even. Not bad. Still a little bit green. Up 337 on the day. I'd really like to be able to get up to where I could take 1,000 shares. That's been my long-time goal for a while.
Yeah. Just remember, size in.
Yeah.
You know,
sure.
that's what I've seen. You know, it's okay to take it even in 200s, take 4 positions, because the amount that you're going to gain is big. You know, it'd probably be 100 or more. So if you spend even $20 on commission to make sure you get a good average, that's not a bad thing.
Right. Yeah, I've been with 500 shares of AMD now. I'm going to see if we can get it down to the whole dollar would be ideal. I'm just going to try to take profits quick, but it's battling here.
All right, getting a little bit more washout here. I want to see if it cracks 75s for me.
I got out a lot of my position already. There's 04s.
Trying to let this crack, maybe get over $200 on the day, and that sounds fine with me.
That's a nice win, man. Try to put both of us up. There we go.
Not liking that, guys. So just to make sure, guys, what we're going to do here is we're going to cover a little bit more. Make sure now that we're in the green at least. Too many times you can do this as a trader where I did a bad mistake today. I don't want to cost myself kind of mental capital because of that mistake. I just want to put it to the trades, put it back away, maybe learn from it, look back at it later. But by securing a green day here, I can at least keep my mental capital moving forward. And that's important in trading, guys. A lot of times, sometimes it's okay just to take a break-even day and come back with the good mentality and your focus.
Yeah, at least 100 in commissions today for sure. Just traded a bunch, but I mean, I'm at 350, 340, so it's still I'm still up plenty in order for me to be okay. I'm gonna take 400 shares here of AMD on this hopeful breakdown. But I gotta let it test this level, and if it breaks really high here, I just gotta jump out.
Alright guys, paying attention to FLIR. It's at V-WAP. Looks like maybe a potential V-WAP fade from these levels. It's definitely the third resistance try, so be careful there. But a good down move would be 50 cents down.
Yeah, I just got out of AMD, kept my wrist very tight with it. I saw the squeeze up starting to happen, so I only lost 20 bucks. I'm currently up 320 now.
And like always, you know, when I got stopped out and dripped, it was literally the bottom.
Yeah, it happens, man. Same thing happened to me earlier with BA. I got stopped out right at the time, right at the bottom. Because I'm using a no PDT platform, Mohammed. And so it's like, yeah, if I used a US regulated platform, I would have no commissions, but I would also have the PDT rule and only be able to trade 3 times per week. And so it's a good compromise, in my opinion, having to pay, you know, cheaper commissions, but actually being able to actively day trade. I think that compromise makes sense.
Seeing a little bounce here. Let's see if we're gonna crack down.
SPY a little choppy today, so I'm surprised I did this well, but green is good.
That it is, my friend, that it is.
John, where's your coffee mug? Here's my coffee mug. I got a Louisiana coffee mug today. You see, it's got beignets, it's got Boudreaux's Creole seasoning, it's got gumbo mix, it's got got my Louisiana mug today, man. I'm from Louisiana, you know.
You would have definitely laughed at my girlfriend the other day. She was making something and she needed Cajun spicing. And I was like, no, we don't have Cajun spicing, sweetie. She's like, yeah, we have it. She goes to the closet and it was cayenne.
Cayenne sauce. Spicy. Close enough, you know, same thing, you know.
I was laughing. I was like, yep, no. And then I kept messing with her all day. I was like, yo, that true Louisiana meal you're making me over here.
Hey, it'd be close enough, you know.
She's looking at me right now.
It's close enough, you know. It's close enough. Ironically enough, I can't handle spices. I always joke I got too much English blood in me, you know. But I can't handle spice. I love crawfish though. I'll eat crawfish, and I love curry as well. But I'll sweat profusely afterwards.
Right, guys, seeing a re-dip in the SPY. So anything at VWAP, I can re-short or try to just re-short here and hold to break even on the rest. The reason I haven't re-shorted right here is going to get me to 85, which would be exactly VWAP. I would like to see a downturn first, and then I can short into that. I'm going to see some big sizing getting here. RCL with the VWAP rejection look.
Yeah, it's a Newt's cradle. I spelled cradle wrong. Apparently. It's a Newton cradle. No, I still spelled it wrong. Everybody likes the toy I just had. It's a Newton's cradle. Look. It's used to show momentum. Right? Oh man, I messed it up. Look, I gotta keep it still. It's used to show momentum and how force transfers from one object to another. Tony Sacheries? Yeah, Tony Sacheries, man. Everybody overuses that stuff in Louisiana.
I think an interesting one to watch that led very strongly yesterday was Square. It's looking like it pulled out green at the open. Now it's been holding V-WAP. Now broke down through V-WAP. Let's see if it heads to 65. That could be a good indicator that we're going to start seeing that downturn in the market.
At 25K.
Definitely seeing the pressure. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
I know you're good. Kenny says at 25,000 subs, eat some hot wings on stream. Let's see if you can handle them. I can't. I'll eat them. I love wings, and I'll still eat the spicy ones. You know, don't get it twisted. I'll still eat them, but I'll sweat. You know, I'll probably be uncomfortable. You know. You guys have FaceTime jobs or just trading? I'm an entrepreneur, they like to say. I don't know if I think entrepreneur is overused, and that people that don't actually do anything call themselves entrepreneurs to justify not doing anything, right? But with that said, I have a few Amazon businesses, and then I run this YouTube, and then I trade, and then I'm also a real estate agent, and so I think I would classify as one. But yeah, I do a lot of different stuff. Don't solely live off my trading by any means. Yeah, I brought out the Newt's Cradle. Everybody's like, ooh. My wife got me that for my desk over here, so I could have something to play with. She also bought me a punching bag that sticks to my desk, and so if I get mad at a trade, I can just punch the punching bag. Oh no, you're good. Yeah, no, I mean, it depends on what you define as full-time. I do a lot of different things. And yeah, you're good, man. Yeah, no stress.
All right. Looks like to me that we might get another leg down here. Square freezing up there. I think my charts are freezing up. Yeah, my charts are freezing up. Excellent. All right, I gotta restart my charts. Give me a second here, guys. TC's gonna get an email today. Yo, guys, you can't blame it on the internet today.
Still watching MU here. Oh, but yeah, guys, y'all want to use the same platform as us. It's a good way to help support our channel. We keep everything free, but if you want to help support what we do here and, you know, use the same platform as us, like I said earlier, guys, remember, it's an educational package. And so the way it works is it kind of operates like a prop firm once you're approved, but it's technically an educational package. So it comes with a course and a demo account and access to their chat room. And then once you're approved, you basically become a contractor for them, and they allow you to trade their account, right? So that's how they get around the PDT rule, I think. The base package is $3.99. I think the sale ends today as well. It might go up after today. But with that $3.99, that $400, once you're approved, you get 14K to trade with no PDT rule. You can day trade in short stocks. You can withdraw once per month, and you can get a wire transfer basically and withdraw once per month. And there's different splits, like the base package is a 70-30 split. So if you make $1,000 net, you bring that 14K up to 15K. They keep 300, you keep 700. And then there's the $700 max loss. But honestly, that's pretty, pretty broad for 14K or for $3.99. To get that much buying power, to be able to actively day trade, to get a course and a demo account, I think that's pretty broad. Obviously, I'm biased though, but if you want to check them out, I can post the link here as well. We do make a commission if you sign up through us, and so of course we're biased, like I said, but good way to help support us.
Alright guys, one I like is FLIR now. That's 3 rejections from the V-WAP. Could break down straight down to the low of the day.
SPY getting hammered back below the V-WAP again.
Guys. Alright, seeing a little push down there. Gonna go ahead and add and look for the increased win here. Put the stop at the break-even pricing. Right back to 400 shares in at 488 is our pricing now. So we set a stop at 489. Drip starting to move up. I like that one, but I've lost a significant amount, so I'm looking for that one to hold first. Might try to scalp a little bit in that one. Big sizing here for AMC on the bid, 78s. We saw big bids put up on 75. So if it blows through that seller or that buyer there at 478s, we should get this down move towards the 460s and 450s.
Market ripping up a little bit here. Oh, also guys, if you want to use the same scanners as us, you can use Trade Ideas. Super legit scanners in my opinion, really customizable. You can build different scans around different strategies that you implement in the market, and they can be very profitable scanners. And so if you want to check those scans out, you can use our promo code BT15 and get 15% off of these scanners. Legit customizable scanners, and you can see the link for that in the chat. Nightbot kindly posted that link for us. So yeah, go check that out as well. Good way to help support us. So that's on them. So the $700 max loss is what comes with it. You're not gonna have to pay if you lose $700. Which is good because it's almost twice as much as you're actually paying for it. And so in my opinion, the risk reward makes sense. If that, to put it into perspective.
All right, looking for the SPY to turn around from that 291 level now. It would be nice to get it back underneath 291.50s because that could show that down move towards 290.50. There's a drip now, 696. So it looks like today, guys, it was one of those where I got wicked out by a couple pennies, but it is starting to come back. I think I had an overall great view of oil today. I just didn't measure the trade right. And that's how it's going to happen. One thing that I've noticed more on is it's okay to understand the stock as a whole, and sometimes you're not going to just day trade it the best. And that's just based off of strategies, and sometimes you won't get the profit, but I just still overlook at the sector as a whole, and then try to not get mired at that view. Stick to the smaller.
For sure. And there's a lot of opportunities with them, for sure.
I think this drip going up is a good sign that the SPY will come back down for us. Oil, I feel like, helped the rally, so oil breaking down would be a good sign. Look at these big bids put up on 78s.
Yeah, remember guys, hit that like button if you haven't already. We got 137 likes in here. We still got over 300 people, so smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We just broke 21,000 followers and subscribers on YouTube, so we definitely appreciate the love, team.
Yep. There you go. Starting to see a down move through LUV.
Lewis, I'm actually messing with that right now. Yeah, I'm buying a blog. Their Mission IR. We'll announce it later once everything's finalized, though.
LUV heading down there. It's looking good. We could see the airlines maybe crack. That big seller showing up there.
Markets Chop City. Chop City.
RCL with a nice fade reject. CCL did kind of what we were looking at when it broke 1627s. It was heading towards 1633s, and we were looking for that breakdown look, and now down to 1591s.
Nice, Mohammed. Hey, brother, we'll hit you up, man. You know, I don't know what we're gonna get. We're still in the process. Like right now, we're in the escrow process of it. And like I've been doing web design for years, and so I know what kind of look for to make sure everything is like legit with it. And but yeah, we're in the escrow process, so we might still be a little bit, but for sure, man, I'll keep it in mind, man. Yeah, and I appreciate the support, brother. Really do. Thanks, man.
There you go, guys. Oil looking, well, drip looking really great on the upside now. Gush to the downside, MRO to the downside. I see.
I'm probably gonna close it down soon.
There's a nice breakdown in FLIR. Been calling that V-WAP fade for a little bit there. Really good risk there off 44.25s. You could have got in there anywhere in the 44 above to the 420s.
Yeah, I checked it. Yeah, I checked. They gave me access to the Google Analytics, and I checked the Alexa rank and like a few other things, and it's going like it's good. It's worth it, you know. Kind of scalping Uber here. Let me put myself up. Only holding 200 shares left. We're gonna see if we get a breakdown down to the whole $1.30 on Uber and a test of that specifically 30-20 level. And I'll probably hold the rest break even up about 450 on the day. I'd love to hit 500, but I'm not gonna get too greedy here. Yeah, for sure, and 100%. But the big thing is, like, I've checked the organic traffic, Muhammad, and like I said, he gave me access to the Google Analytics. It shows me what keywords it's ranking for, and I've confirmed it. And so, 100%. I know a lot of the times people buy traffic out of factories, but this is Google organic traffic. This is what I really look at. I don't really look at anything else, you know. Like, it can get as much traffic as it wants, but if it's not organic traffic, it's useless, you know what I mean? But I appreciate it. Here's the breakdown I was looking for. So we need this break under 30. I'm not gonna be greedy. I'm just gonna get out there. 450 day, biggest day this week for sure. Definitely been able to scale up my size, so I'm definitely pretty excited about that. It's been a while, but not too bad, guys. Not too bad. But yeah, with that, I'm probably going to close it down. I know Mitch is in AMC, but that thing is just not moving, and so I talked to him, and we'll probably just close it down here, guys. Like I said, you want to use our platform, we'll post these links one last time. You can check out our scanners link. If you like these scanners, you can check out Trade Ideas. Use our promo code if you like the platform we're using. You can check out our stuff there, here. And also, guys, we got a lot of free content on our website. You know, we're not experts here. We're not gurus. We don't charge for any courses or anything like that. We just put everything out there for free. And sure, we post referral links for other people in other places, obviously, just like every other YouTuber. But everything that we specifically put out there is free. And so if you want to help support our free content, you can check out our site. You can also check out, here's our website, if you want to check it out. Wrong thing. There we go. Here's our website. If you want to check it out, we got a lot of cool free content. You can look at our free trading course section. We've got you know, a lot of good free classes. You can see how many classes we actually have. We have a ton of classes. Look at this. If you want to check out the strategy section, we've got like long and short breakdowns here. You know, going over the different steps to take in these strategies. Just a really, you know, good place for some free day trading content, guys. So if y'all want to check that out, we'll post this link here. And yeah, you can also check out our merch. We do have merch if you want to. There's the link to our site. We also have merchandise, guys. Again, if you want to check out our merch, we do have that. You can check out our YouTube channel. All you really got to do if you want to see our merch, guys, is just go to the description of the channel, and you can see. Hey, appreciate the sub, Ronald. Welcome in. But yeah, you can see our merch. We've got some pretty dope stuff here, guys. You can help support us with this as well. And I'll post this link for you to check out too. And with that said, guys, good luck in the market. See you guys later. And have a good day. I'm gonna dab on everybody. I know dabbing's so 2 years ago, but I'm gonna dab on everybody real quick in the chat. You know. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and finish it, guys. So good luck. See you guys next time. Have a good day. And appreciate the love, team. Hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day, guys.
Take care, guys.
It's really a sneeze emoji, but I'm gonna call it a dab emoji because it looks like one. Later, guys.